Hi everyone, and Celio.
Hi Aki, I can't believe you're back. It's been 2 months since your last video.
I know, it's been a while. Honestly, I wasn't really planning on making this particular video until I read this article, and my initial thought was, how does Emily in Paris already have 5 seasons? I stopped watching early season 3, and I feel like it was pretty obvious that she was just gonna end up with Gabrielle in the end, right? And I feel like we could have just wrapped that up by season 3, but you know Netflix, they love taking 10 years to complete a show and cancelling other great shows in the process.
We will take no Stranger Things slander on this channel, right?
That's right, Celio. Nothing can ever make me hate Stranger Things, but Emily in Paris, on the other hand...
I am très excitée to be here.
My other thought was this terrible flashback to last Christmas, and by last Christmas I mean 2025. It does feel like this January has been going on for like 78 years, so it doesn't feel too weird to say last Christmas. But anyways, during my Christmas holidays, I watched a movie on Netflix called Champagne Problems. Don't ask why. I was trying to get into the Christmas mood. It's been progressively harder every year for some reason. I feel like when I was a kid, when it hit December, I was immediately festive. Now it's just, I don't know, like I need a lot to motivate me. Okay guys, when you find Champagne Problems on Netflix and you read the synopsis, this is what it says. A driven American exec heads to Paris to acquire a champagne brand by Christmas and accidentally falls for the heir of the bubbly empire. Now, let's read the synopsis of Emily in Paris season 1 and tell me what you think. Okay, so this is from Emily in Paris wiki fandom. Emily, an ambitious 20-something marketing executive from Chicago, unexpectedly lands her dream job in Paris when her company acquires a French luxury marketing company, and she is tasked with revamping their social media strategy. Is there like only one plot line unlocked for movies and shows made in Paris? It's just an American lady flying over to Paris because she's trying to acquire a brand or something for her company back home. Like, is that the best we can do? Is that the only thing we can do? There's nothing else.
So, it didn't end up being a good movie?
No, Celio, it didn't. But don't take my word for it, guys. I am going to show you some of my favorite moments from Champagne Problems so you can make up your own minds, because what do I know? But first, I'm actually kind of curious to see what's going on in Emily in Paris now. Where I left off last time, I think Emily broke up with Alfie for the 100th time and then she got fired. That's all I remember. I actually kind of feel bad for Alfie because he was always really good to her. So I don't know why they didn't end up staying together, but yeah. I feel like Gabriella's just like constantly looming over me. I know you're gonna end up with Emily anyway, like...
Let's make a pact. Neither of us will ever be with
This was so shady.
A pact? You don't have to worry about me, Gabrielle.
Ultimately, Emily quits Savoir. Sylvie invites her back to Agence Grato.
Is there nobody else to hire, like, in all of Paris?
And Emily has the unfortunate experience of learning that Camille is cheating on Gabrielle. Mindy advises Emily
Why
to
is
keep what
cheating
she
so
thought to
normalized in this
herself.
show?
Se marie? Tu m'enlèves les mots de la bouche.
Camille can't go free with it.
Because I knew you were in love with Emily.
Alfie is devastated and breaks up with Emily.
Finally single at the same time,
treats it
Gabrielle
so
and Emily are
badly.
now free to be together, except there's more. Woo! And that's
What do you
where
mean
we
there is
left
more? They
off
could
at
have
the end
literally wrapped
of
up at season 3. Okay, this is season 4 recap.
This is gonna be running over that hill.
Hey, that was Austria. I have everything I need. A beautiful girlfriend and a baby on the way.
Baby.
You're only here for a few days. There's a lot to see.
Andiamo.
Why does he talk like that?
You still have a chance to get her back.
Not without her. There was no recap for season 5, so we're just gonna watch the trailer and be done with it because...
Come back to bed.
I'm already late for work. Things be, and it will all be fine.
Wait, what? Okay, so moving on to the next Paris disaster. Guys, please welcome Champagne Problems.
Isn't it unlucky to talk about Christmas movies after Christmas?
Maybe, Celio, but I think we'll be fine because this movie did absolutely nothing to get me in a Christmas mood. You know how a lot of movies these days look like one long ad with a filter smacked on top, a terrible script, and two-dimensional characters? You guys will be pleased to know that this movie has checked all of those boxes. I think that's actually pretty rare for a movie, but I'm going to show you guys some of my personal favorite moments. A lot of these moments come from the first half of the movie because the second half is so incredibly boring and predictable. There is literally nothing to choose from. Okay, are you ready, Celio?
Ready!
Okay, so this is our protagonist, Sydney Price. Who came up with that name? So Sydney is in Paris to acquire a champagne brand for her company back in Chicago. On Sydney's first night in Paris, she decides to go to a bookshop to buy a souvenir for her sister. But the thing is, she specifically goes to a bookshop with an English language section because she wants to buy a self-help book for her sister written in English when she could have bought that at the airport or on Amazon back home.
Hey, you're back from your holiday?
Oh yeah, hi, I got you a book.
Oh, cool. A French book?
No, it's an English self-help book. Yeah, is there a problem with that? It's not like I could have bought it at the airport or anything. This scene gets worse, guys. So Sydney can't find the self-help section of the bookshop, so she decides to ask an employee for help. Meet Henri, everyone.
Parlez-vous anglais?
Oui. I mean, yes.
Guys, there is clearly some immediate chemistry here. Just listen to this banger of a pickup line that Henri drops.
It's so beautiful. Netflix. Also, for some reason, Henri starts judging Sydney for being in the self-help section and she just completely throws her sister under the bus. Get out of bed and get out of debt. That's kind of mean, but kind of true.
Wow.
Oh, you think these are for me? These are for my little sister. She's been going through a little bit of a rough patch lately. Actually, it's a big patch. Huge, really.
She's like, oh no, I'm not the one who needs to be here. It's my sister. She's the one in crushing debt. I could never find a need for a self-help book. Like, what is that?
Jet lag. But you're probably used to that working here.
I don't work here.
What?
Yeah, so it turns out Henri doesn't actually work at this bookshop. He just loves helping out American tourists every day because it's his dream to open his own bookshop one day, which is fine. But my question is, why does he have no inventory, no coat, no bag? Like, does he spawn here every day? So Henri delivers this speech about how he really wants to spend time with Sydney tonight and show her the best sights of Paris during Christmas. Mind you, this is all in French, so she has no idea what he's saying. And this actually tends to happen a lot the rest of the movie, where he just says something in French, like a whole speech, and she just stands there like this, like waiting for him to translate. So like the length of his speech is double what it needs to be when he could have just said it in English.
Je vous promets de vous montrer pourquoi cette ville est la plus belle du monde.
I know you have no idea what I'm saying, but I plan on showing you the best parts of Paris. How might you ask? With a private screening of the best show ever made, Emily in Paris. So he makes himself out to be like this amazing tour guide, but they literally end up doing the most basic things ever. And he's like, oh, Sydney, try this macaron, try this crepe. But she's like hesitant to do that for some reason. Like, he's giving her some like obscure food that no one's heard about. These are literally the basics. It is literally what you do when you come to France for the first time.
The macaron. You have to try macaron. Just one.
Hey, it's my first time in Italy and I can't wait to try this new food itinerary I have planned.
Scrap that, we're gonna try some real Italian food.
Okay, that's great. Like what?
Pizza and pasta. One of my other favourite moments is when Sydney wakes up in Henri's apartment the day after they just met, and she realises that she's now late to her meeting, aka the reason that her company paid for her to go to Paris. So she has to leave very quickly before Henri can kiss her good morning. And honestly, I don't even think that she's missing out, because his idea of a breakfast is a baguette and macarons. Like, do you eat those separately? Do you put the macaron in the baguette? Like...
Yeah, I think he meant for it to be eaten together, Aki.
Oh, really?
Yeah, like a burger. A sweet burger.
Sure, whatever you say. Also, Henri ends up being the son of the person that owns the company that she's supposed to acquire. Surprise, surprise. So Sydney and the other people who are trying to acquire the champagne company are invited to spend some time in the French countryside with Henri's dad and Henri. So during the first night, dinner is being served, and on the menu there is cheese and more cheese, which is great because everyone loves cheese, right? Except for Sydney, because she's lactose intolerant. Because of this, Sydney now has a stomach ache, and Henri decides to go check on her because his dad told him to, not because he wanted to. And he makes that very clear.
My father asked me to check on you.
I think he's a little worried with how quickly you left dinner.
And honestly, I don't really know how to describe this scene, so I'm just going to show you guys.
I'm fine. I'm just a little...
Did you?
No.
It's okay.
I'm lactose intolerant.
Lactose intolérante?
What am I watching? Why am I watching it?
I don't know, Celio. What are we doing, Netflix? What are we doing? How did this script get the green light? I've read episode stories better than this. Actually, you know what? I feel bad for the 13-year-old authors on Wattpad that didn't get the green light to share their story on the big screen and this did. So I just like to apologize on their behalf. Fun fact, guys, when you go on IMDb trivia for this movie, it says... It says all the cheeses mentioned and offered to Sydney when the guests arrived at the chateau actually have extremely low levels of lactose due to the fermentation process and are generally considered suitable for those with lactose intolerances. So they literally just made that up. And the rest of this movie is just incredibly boring. The other characters are so 2D. We have a French lady who's always rude because Netflix love stereotyping all French women as being rude. We have a guy from Spain and then a German guy who's obsessed with this German monster called Krampus. Anyways, guys, that is everything we have for you today.
Make sure to like and subscribe.
That's right, and eat lots of mushrooms to stay healthy.
Wait, what